So many dead. Places falling apart.
By calculating the position of every atom in the universe, we can predict the future, control realities, cause them to obtain virtual reality.
Ah, I didn't expect us to wander into the scene of a murder, but somehow I'm not entirely surprised. Anomalous events have a way of spreading, multiplying. We should find a way inside. There might be clues to what happened, and where Anais's research is now. They should have been sealed in that room to focus on their studies uninterrupted. I'd suspect the missing anchorite knows something, at least. The terminal at Winter's Grasp said Anais' work. There might be signs of that, or where the... There may be more to learn here. We should keep looking. I've had a chance to look around. You seem like you've done a thorough sweep. We should discuss what we've uncovered. Poor thing. Blunt force trauma to the occipital lobe, I believe. Possible sign. Hard to say with just a superficial glance. At the very least, her cloistermate Anchor's Brunn has some explaining to do. A disputation of current order methodology focuses mainly on our presiding bishop, but saves ample room for the... I believe I got the gist by efficiently skimming. The general concern is my old department is repeatedly mentioned in a favorable light. Anais' work is regarded. I saw that. I believe it was Anchoress Chow's diary. Spoke about... Chow seemed worried they were conspiring about something. That they'd mentioned an old order research station. I don't know what happened to Anchoress Chow, but leaving a body behind is suspicious. And that old research facility seems the most likely spot to look next. I know there's no destroying the copies at this point, I'm afraid. We need a way to keep anyone from taking it up further in the future. If we go in guns blazing from here, it will only continue. We need a plan to annihilate the idea. I've seen it happen. Things can take on a life. We developed tactics at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection to minimize unforeseeable consequences. We can discuss once we see the situation on the ground. Yes, time to seek out Anchoress Brunn.
One such question is this: is every female member of the set Air Force besides some it seems to be something that would never proven? Yeah. Are there
The paradigm.
Without defending your position, we won't accept a hunch or feeling, an idea based on intuition. Prove it, yes you must prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it, just deduce it. A proof is a deducible argument that removes any confusion or a mathematical equation. Logic leads to the conclusion. Using inference and logic to cover all the bases and reason and deduction. So it's always true in all possible cases.
Halt! Bye-bye. Don't know who you all are, but unexpected guests are categorically unwelcome here. How'd you even
exemplar, if I may. Surely you recognize...
I can't recall if I ended whoever came up with that name. Surely hope so.
You were head causality intercessor of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, right up till the end, correct?
More or less.
Well, what a fortuitous alignment of low probability events this is. Our efforts here are based on your former department. You should confer with Anchoress Brunn straight away.
We actually sought to find you and others of your program, Intercessor Delgado. A serendipitous event, you arriving. Assuming you'll vouchsafe for your colleagues, you may all proceed. You'll find Wilhelmina up the lift, 4th floor.
Welcome to Point Obviation.
Anchoress Brunn is continuing Anais' research for Winter's Grass. I'm sure of it. Best play along for now, until we can ascertain the best course of action.
She's got the right of it. There's far too many guards for us to take on alone.
A very proven proof. You think you know it all. The answer's in your heart. Unless you show them proof. You're
Look, everyone! It's the endpoint. Come to join us, I take it.
I do have a unique interest in what you all are doing here.
I am a long-time vocal exponent.
If you cannot prove it, take your theory and remove it.
Doubt the Anchoress will walk away from the research lightly. May require some aggressive convincing.
And now...
Oh, who's this?
Yet categorically voracious statements.
Oh, yes, I remember you. We met earlier at the site of my former seclusion. If I recall correctly, you helped prove Anchoress Chow's argument that I understand your actions led to Seer Wiley's unfortunate demise. Such a bright boy, such promise. And as for you, I've been informed that you're Marisol Delgado. I've read your file. An impressive body of work, though often quite mortiferously inclined.
The universal equation occasionally requires subtraction.
Yes, well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Are you familiar with our goals? Come to join up, perhaps, or should I say re-enlist? Isn't it, though? So much more room to think. No one else leaving their sweaty breeches next to the comestibles nook. It's a refurbished test chamber, in fact. The facility was originally utilized in experiments by the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, so it's highly appropriate for the vital work we're doing here. You saw the disputation, though. Tell me, what did you think? You read it, yes? You're right, it did. Normally, I'm the soul of fastidiousness, I assure you. I hope you can...
We'll overlook it this one time.
Surely you're aware of the myriad errors of our current presiding bishop. Our sect aims to end human suffering, sooner than later. To solve the universal equation in our lifetime requires bold action, clever calculation, and assiduous work. Yes, we have Grace, that is Exemplar Southworth, to thank for that. Her Bujold's thinking was unconventional, ahead of her time.
Really? Seer Bujold is here, at present, in this facility? The one we're presently standing in?
Yes, we're so very pleased to have her. If you thought her work before was captivating, the intent is to represent the building blocks of the universe within a test chamber. Then extrapolate data revealing the universal equation from the micro-universe that forms.
Sounds like it could change everything, one might say.
Why, you should go see for yourself. As former colleagues, I'm sure you'd like to reacquaint. Go on. I'll call down to let her know you're coming. Yes, she's monitoring the experiment. I'll have elevator access unlocked so you can join her. We'll speak further after you check over Sia Bourgeois' work and the experiment concludes. Oh, so exciting.
The Fibonacci sequence is a sequence in which each number is the sum of the two preceding ones. 1, 2, 3, 5.
How much longer do you predict preparations will take?
Almost ready. Perfect.
89, 1, 44, and so on and so forth. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely
Head Intercessor Delgado. What an opportune time for you. What in the endless... Shh. Comms off, but others are near. I need your aid before this ridiculous affair careens into... Can I rely on you this time? Or will you already intend on scurrying away again? I came to derail this line of inquiry in such a discommodious way that no one would ever, for all the aforementioned reasons of it likely causing, or at least queuing up, you chose to leave me behind. Again. So when they came calling, I thought,
This shouldn't be your burden.
you don't get to decide that, or adjudicate, or coolly comment in a steely growl. Not falling for that a 10th time. Help, or stay out of my way. You don't remember us discussing this before Winter's Grasp? Too many competing crises, I guess. All a means of sidestepping much of what's presumed required.
The idea was, theoretically, it would hurry the process along, so the...
Since then, I calculated what might occur if my work was completed. And there's a big chance of subsequent events leading to a universal end.
When we destroyed the original copies of her research at Winter's Grasp, I discovered someone...
The test involves 4 stations. Each represents one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Zeranium gas. That test chamber is where all are meant to mix. To simulate a mini-universe I can... We know what happens if that's successful. So I need you to muck with each station's settings, then initiate the experiment. All you need to do is adjust each station's settings.
Yes, if we alter the experiment input data in a less than...
The guards on the 2nd floor won't appreciate visitors, so avoid getting spotted. Here's a maintenance. It's only the fate of the galaxy riding on it, so perhaps try to be careful.
Colleagues can be cold, but academia's always true.
Anyone else hear that? No? Oh, just me then, I see. That is the sound of science going exceptionally
We've got company, Commander. The unfriendly kind.
Hard to get in a good sleep cycle. Constant mutations upsetting natural organisms. P and Q are true if P is true or Q is true.
I can
seized on linear. So it says in the textbook.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. For transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. You cannot possibly do the right thing today without knowing what will happen tomorrow. At the Order of the Ascendant, we predict tomorrow so you can have a better today.
If you're feeling anxious about what's next, just wait. Things will come out. The future is colliding with the present every moment.
Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
Something wrong back there? Hello?
Path to ascendancy is non-linear. So it says in a good textbook. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summoned to preceding numbers gives us brings us wonders, defines how its relation gets. May all solutions precede problems.
I'm no tenured archivist, but that sounds dangerously unstable. Oh well.
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near present and future calculations. An unfortunate event has transpired. A massive explosion at Alexandra Monastery in Matron God's mercy, has sent rocky debris raining down on inhabited areas below. Yet, on a favorable note, this event has positively validated Seer Wiley's exclusion zone predictions. The aforesaid debris landed in the forewarned areas with an 89.3% accuracy. Lamentably, due to an imprudent ministerial decision by Administrator Agarwal, the displaced had been approved to move into these areas. Many were housed there at the time.
In closing, a potentially incongruent word of advice. Invariably find a way to turn your negatives into positives.
If you're done, evaluating my work and all, void the oxygen on the terminal and the experiment.
Did it work? Did it work? See, was it a success? What happened?
Hold the applause just yet. I need to run the numbers. I'm sending the others back up to you.
I shall await their arrival. Anchor's...
The results of the experiment will be a career-ending embarrassment for Anchor's Brun.
Yes, our next steps here will be crucial. I know this type of mission.
You'll need to convince her, destroy her logic, end this research for good. All it requires is a forceful array of incisive argumentation, logical reasoning.
You mean one of our old brain-off? That's what the rank and file in our old department used to call it.
Make Brun give up on science, logic, and reason entirely. Then no one will ever dare continue the research again. Between you and Marisol...
A brain-off against an Order anchorite isn't entirely without risk. We could employ certain other methods.
Oh, yes, a book you wrote titled Making an Execution.
That's hyperbolic at best. Data suggests significantly fewer unpredicted outcomes than outright murder, if properly executed.
I naively hoped your commander would coax you away from such thinking. Success isn't guaranteed. A fair degree of cleverness is required.
I would be willing and on hand to assist, and the other option would remain if we botch it.
Seems reasonable. Appreciate you listening. Murder shouldn't...
Admit I'm a bit surprised after some of your...
Not sure I like the sound of that. But, in the event you should fail, the Anchorus is housed in a test chamber similar to this one. It's been there is a hatch near the elevator upstairs. An external ledge leads to a vent system. I'll need to make an announcement afterward. That an accident...
For an extemporaneous plan, it's not a bad one.
I'll cut off her comms when she begins pleading. Oh, that sounds even more heartless when I say it out loud. Please. Here's the hatch key in case you need it. And Marisol, do keep out of trouble.
There you are. You saw the experiment through to the end, yes? The data hasn't arrived yet, so please do tell. Was it... Or perhaps I oughtn't to have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, hmm? Well, don't just stand there. Tell me everything. What? Are you all right? Did you hit your head coming up here? I mean, what is that supposed to mean? It couldn't... Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Step me through your understanding of what's... Really? In what way? Everyone knows probabilistic variance doesn't occur. That's established bedrock. Not that This was just a start. Such models typically make It simply needs to be revised and refined. You certainly seem to be making a lot out of this, though, one must say. Really? I doubt you've had ample time to review everything assiduous. Look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. But we'll improve. We will continue to stride forward. There's absolutely no need for all this doom and gloom. Why, I'm shocked. I'm certainly glad Sir Bujold isn't. There is no call for that sort of meanness in the scientific field. Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is built off Sir Bujold's research, which is quite brilliant. Well, that may be true. I may not be the researcher my colleague... Ah, the experiment data just arrived in my terminal. There was some variance to the input data. Not far beyond acceptable parameters, but curious. Could explain the failure. Oh, come. One bad test wouldn't mean the science. This has been a difficult conversation. Challenge.
If I may, I have a point I'd like to add. There's a critical flaw in Sir Bujold's approach I think best illustrated by this English phrase. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. I much appreciate this jest. Very simple, yet clever. Because in English, the word like can mean similar to or I prefer. And flies can be to soar, or plural of the insect. Through this perspective, it functions, makes sense, is humorous even. But in another language where words' meanings differ slightly, it does not. The framework we interpret the statement from changes, thus rendering it uninterpretable. False. Bujold's method of shortcutting the universal equation is much the same.
It lacks context. When you extrapolate the data from the mini-universe to the larger one, the information itself may scale correctly, but fail to interrelate. This little colloquy has proven rather arduous, and your points fail to... Wait. Considered as a whole... Damn it. No, I see it now. You are correct. We have obstinately and misguidedly blundered along here. The flaws in Bujold's research now seem apparent. Time for me to admit my errors. I'll need to inform everyone. Shut down research and operations. What will I do now? There's no place for me. Go. Leave me be.
Our work here is done, it seems.
A microscopic parasite, the purple
Fellow scholars of the Order, this is Anchorus Byrne, with an unfortunate announcement. Our experiment today was a failure. Our line of inquiry has proven intrinsically flawed. I became dazzled by bold, captivating ideas and ignored bad science. I am hereby canceling all related research, shuttering the program, and resigning from the Order. If I have any final advice to impart to all of you, it is this: never follow your hearts.
Which then proceed to feed on the host directly, ingesting tissue and blood along the entire intestinal tract. These worms are eventually expelled when they reach a size of approximately 2 centimeters in length, and they then seek out nearby purpleberry plants to lay their eggs in the ripening purpleberries. And I should add that the plants are well fertilized in this entire process. Also, as the expelled contents contain undigested purpleberry seeds, the distribution of the plants is increased, helping infected purpleberry plants to spread farther and grow better than uninfected ones. Perhaps unsurprisingly, careless Auntie's Choice scientists mislabeled this case of obvious symbiosis, given how both the purpleberry plant and its parasite are benefited by the relationship, as a parasitical relationship. Given that initial classification error, it's a wonder the Auntie's Choice scientists managed to ascertain any subsequent safeguards at all. After some additional casualties, plodding Auntie's Choice field researchers discovered that co-native planetary fauna was well adapted to the parasite, and hardly affected by it when brought around. But human colonists were not so
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. A key experiment fails and Anchor's Brun abandons vital research.
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect...
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado.
Most of the person's gastrointestinal tract. Human casualty rates were close to 100%.
It's her association with that department that has me. Suppose you'll claim this was all just coincidence. A misaligned series of mishaps that Oh, listen to you. You could all... Yet, the greater facts of this matter remain unevinced. And I remain unconvinced.
Away stubborn wrinkles, according to product literature. However, given the...
Are you done? I know you're to blame. I just wanted fellow exemplars of the...
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Methods were deemed non-cost effective and rejected out of hand. Eventually, on South, a crossbreed of different earth salmon and tuna was found that contained a reference to salmon worms, with an estimated 70 to 90% of all salmon being infected by these parasites.
Replenishing mechanism
contains the solution to eradicating these parasites. Freezing. The simple and obvious, yet untried, act of freezing the salmon meat killed the embedded parasites. A quick test showed the same procedure worked on PVP eggs, although without quite 100% effectiveness. The remaining parasite eggs were not removed, a method that was wasteful and expensive.
Oh, let me handle this. Now there
microscopic egg remains were simply too small to be seen or felt by the unaided eyes and tongues of their consumers.
Commander, throwing energy your way.
My aftermarket parts are prime.
Purple berries are now a common nutritional and flavoring agent throughout the colony. Mindless anti-choice consumers especially purchase a large variety of purpleberry-themed foods and beverages, all of them mislabeled parasite-free. More accurately, the label should read live parasite-free. But in any case, Auntie's Choice once again demonstrated their contempt for their customers for any pretense of safety.
Capacitor deployed.
Another
Free
reason
energy if you can reach it.
Vegetarian is grateful for our order's fabricated nutritional foodstuffs. OA Archive transcription number 3918-4N10.
I would not refuse medical support.
Threat nullified.
Thank you. Commander, throwing energy your way.
Re-engaging. Investigating disturbance.
Extensive damage, Commander. Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges. Suture me up. It would improve your odds.
Discovery of disturbance is imminent.
Liquidate him. Medical pack, out!
capacitor out. Get it standing by to stupefy. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs. Re-engaging. Reviving me is in everyone's best interests.
Re-engaging.
Message Gregory.
Servicing mechanism. Re-engage. Investigating disturbance.
Hey, get me go-getting again.
Re-engaging.
Logical fallacy. Efforts at pursuit persist.
Re-engaging.
Obviating.
Placing fortified coordinates.
I'm taking cover. exposure level's untenable. Grenade out.
Back in, little pick-me-up for you.
Thanks. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Brass raring to go.
Torpificator at ready status. Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
You're looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Medic, please!
Back in, practicing some battlefield medicine.
Commander, throwing energy your way. Capacitor deployed. Free.
Taking cover. Investigating disturbance.
Grab ready. It's out. For help, but help.
Grenade in proximity.
Balancing the equation. Left side of target.
Back in business.
Taking
It's a
cover.
brawl.
Enemy.
Reviving me is in everyone's best interest.
Proceeding forward.
Trust issues, Commander.
Thank you.
Oh, look who it is. The legendary former. Here's a future I'd always hoped for.
The credit or blame belongs to the
You forget I know you. You always thought you knew better.
So noted.
Oh,
Thank you. Anais? Goodbye. Well enough, Commander. Shall we go? I'm sure there's someone...
Ain't sure I like this. If she shuts herself off from who she is, we might...
It defies belief you negotiated a partnership between Auntie's Choice and my colleagues. I've no faith in my predictions now. True, true. But that doesn't mean I have to like it. Whatever's on your mind. More than anyone alive, I suppose. Not that I agree with all of her stated conclusions. In a typically roundabout fashion, more or less. Not sure how she concluded that. Of course I know who I am, though. I'm a killer. Nothing more, nothing less. The path I'm on hasn't been without cost. Are you satisfied with my performance? Anything to note? I didn't expect you to say that. I'm not sure I can change my way of thinking at this point, but I can try. May the plan favor us against long odds. It's customary to evaluate results after a mission of reasonable significance. Would now be good? I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point Obviation. Some parts don't sit right with me still. Wonder if you and I... A bit, yes. With the work I used to do, I'm no stranger to guilt and regret. With Anchor's Brunn, I know what we did was right. I know it saved lives. And yet... such actions were par for the course for me in the past. When my remorse for Brunn rears its head, it will need to get in line. Yes, Southworth was complicit. And now she's dead.
Phenomenon of convergent oscillation. But of course you already know how to circumvent such a simple polynomial.
Yes, those parts did take me back. I can wax, well, one hopes. According to Anais, we greatly reduced the likelihood of that occurring. It's not zero, but completing the brain off lowered the chance significantly. She seemed pleased that we listened to her concerns, so I've changed, apparently. Thanks to you.
Couples that live to your right. If this total sum is less than 23, you should have another child. If the sum is greater than 23, you should not have another child. If the sum is exactly 23,
No. There's plenty of credit and blame to go around. It's been a while since anyone gave me a good talking to like Anais did. And I'll admit your influence has been rather positive. I'm pleased with the path I'm on now. I didn't think this is what the plan had in store for me. I've been facing myself with the same zeal I face my enemies. With tidier results. Appreciate you taking the time to talk it over, Commander.
Some actions that are improper, something your fractions should never be.
Two separate points. We had no connection till the end. Gave us no direction. Then we were parallel.
You're the one responsible for us working with these short-sighted consumerists, hmm? Well, better addition. It is time, yes, that we commit our forces to your intended assault on Spyerton? Ooh, a change in plan. An unanticipated, strategic refinement. We shall await the signal. Our scheduled reinforcements should be here in no time. I'm sure they'll arrive at the most optimum moment.
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify.
You too can reach the pinnacle of refreshment with Omega Point Tea. Available in standard and recaffeinated versions. A taste this transcendent can only be formulated by the Order of the Ascendant.
In times of peril, remind yourself, contentment is found by accepting your...
Look alive, Commander. Anyone else here, a medic?
Consistency in your work is
Determined? Yes. Now we come to one of the most difficult concepts to grasp.
In times of peril, remind yourself, contentment is found by accepting your role in the grand plan. Understanding your place, knowing your course, removes all worry and doubt. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
better. Much better.
Combatants observed.
Invasive element. Reviving me is strategically optimal. Lay low, Commander. Medic's orders. Contact reestablished. Unknown variable. Medkit coming your way. Re-engaging. Taking shelter. Hate to ask for help, but help?
Get to the point and do not vacillate.
Hastening to cover. None shall hide from us.
Thank you.
Elucidate and demonstrate. Get to the point and do not vacillate.
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless.
Armed and ready.
Verify before we amplify.
Leftover Spratwurst, wilted lettuce, spoiled mayonnaise? Don't eat yesterday's sandwich. Instead, enjoy Cultured Banquet, a 100% fabricated meal, the consummation of consumption.
From the Order of the Ascendant. An ease-setting
Back in
witticism to
business.
confer to colleagues at break time, the universal equation should maturate more rapidly and solve its own problems. Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper. Something your fractions should never do.
Time to earn my commission. Replenishing my firearm.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Staff's ready if you need a house call.
Can you give me an example that is true? Of course. The number when you square the root of two.
Seeking cover!
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it. There. My reckoning, that was the last one.
Are there any numbers you can name us? Are there any numbers a ratio known as golden. It is written as the Greek letter pi. From the Fibonacci set beholden, second only to the number known as pi. Pi is a worldwide phenomenon. Attempt to square a circle and you'll need it. Don't confuse it with its homonym sibling. It's a number you cannot eat it. Irrational, 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 irrational. The remainder is misrational. What's a number that has no ending? A number that we call transcending. A mathematics man named Mueller. His work was that of genius and astounding. His number you see as a lowercase e to calculate with interest compounding.
Ish. I understand this spot has strategic significance for the defense of the archive, but it is horrifyingly banal. I mean, I've been stationed in some backwater burgs in the past. Seriously? Did these order eggheads do anything for fun around here? It's all math
Our
charts and
academic
shop
rivals are no
boards
doubt sitting comfortably in
Abacai does one
probabilistic
outpost
analysis
need?
and ossification right
Hope they
now.
never retake this place, because I'm throwing all of it away.
Ah, we see you didn't even require us. Our arrival was scheduled for the optimum moment. Apparently we're meant to hold Spireton, not assist in taking it.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across Arcadia, this is Grand Plan Wireless. Fabulously untrue statements with their unsatisfying antecedents. At the order of the Ascendant, our predictions are both sufficient and necessary for your positive outcomes. Come by our predictory today, where we will share with you our deductions and their contrapositive implications. What happens next may surprise you, but not us. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
The color of space. Spectral analysis. When asked about the average color of space, the famous stellar cartographer Newton Otisgard replied, with no hesitation, beige. To experienced lumen astronomers, his answer was the expected one. But I can already hear the obtuse listener bleating, with their faces contorted into a rictus of ignorance. Wouldn't the average color be black or white, or simply a shade of gray? No. No, it would not. The answer is rooted in the science of how hot objects absorb and emit light, which answers the ancillary mystery of why there are no green stars. To understand
The Protectorate have dug themselves in real good. If we approach head-on, we're signing our own death certificates. We need another plan.
absorbs most electromagnetic radiation that falls upon it.
Maybe you weren't listening, but we've heard repeated reports of that bridge being an absolute meat grinder. I'm counting turrets, heavy infantry, at least one automech. Effectively, the works. I seriously recommend discussing alternate plans. Well, we took Spiraton for them. If we can find a stealthy way to the Spiraton lift controls on this side, we can call them to send down troops.
Ain't opposed to that, but I reckon our better bet is bringing in some backup. There's a reason folk go on and on about strength in numbers.
While stellar temperature determines the frequency of light and hence what portion of the spectrum that light is in.
Now that's a plan I can...
Emission is mostly infrared and not visible to us without proper instrumentation, which I need not describe here. As the stellar body's temperature increases, its emitted light shifts up into visible light, through red into orange, then
Professor Ostergaard making a mess of things again.
rare blue stars exist. These are the hottest stars,
Hostile in
mostly
proximity.
blue and invisible ultraviolet light.
I, too, would never question the paradigm. Perhaps a brief visit to mental refreshment would put him on track.
Trivial conclusion for themselves, but if I must, it's because any star emitting green light also emits bluish and or reddish light. There Such a composition itself would constitute evidence for intelligent interference. Beneath the Otis star, the famous stellar photographer. The methodology of the Otis star's chronospectral survey was straightforward. He partitioned his astronomical field of view into grids, then tagged each object in every grid. He ignored empty regions, flashed only dimly colored, and not changed its fundamental hue. The light from every galaxy, star, nebula, and quasar was gathered and fed into a central tabulator for computation. Subsequent spectral analysis produced a final answer to within 0.5% of the predicted value. And that result was beige. More specifically, in the cylindrical Gordon model of color space, the hue is 42 degrees, while the saturation is a mere 9%, and the value is a full 100%. In more novice terms, while the color tends towards white, the addition of a variety of reds and some blues results in a more beige tone. And there you are.
Perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the minds of things symmetry.
Stare at the nondescript walls of your library, classroom, or dormitory.
Who's there?
Trouble ahead.
Attack a unit away. Recharge before it...
Grand plan.
Anyone else? Here, medic!
An unfortunate event has transpired.
Back in business.
Favorable note, this event has positively validated Sir Wiley's exclusion zone predictions. The aforesaid debris landed in the forewarned areas within...
Lovely day for a coup, dear. The only surprise about the Protectorate's consul usurping the Sovereign's authority, may the plan...
Proved to move into these areas. Many were housed there at the time.
End message with an emphatic. You'll never be sad when you have solutions. That apparently was a note to self, not to be read aloud.
The system abides.
Continuing as predetermined. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
Prudence dictates we will always
Looks like the work of scavengers. Find them, we find the missing part. Someone tapping into the power here?
On a hostile planet, day 35. Brought to you by the frigid cold and... Oh. Not sure how you managed to approach unnoticed. Were you left behind by your unit, too? Are you in... Why, after only just 2 weeks on my own, ascertained how to pry open a rations tin unaided. Did you know there's a little opener key attached? It's all going in my manuscript. So glad you asked. I've recently evolved into a rugged, self-sufficient individual, fully accustomed to life in these caves, living raw and pure like our primitive, lice-ridden ancestors. Why, just the other day, I reinvented fire. I found a little doohickey I've named a light starter. You simply push a button, and flame comes out.
The spread, illnesses, and eventual control of the purple berry parasite. OA archive transcription.
Yes, indeed. I know this cave and several of the adjoining hallways, like, well, why, you'd probably need the necessary innards to its control board, which I happen to have in my possession, having rather forcefully obtained. The law of these caves is, anything loose is mine. Anything I can pry loose is additionally mine as well. This place was built by the Order. Nowadays, it's held by the Protectorate. I could be convinced to part with the lift. I'm fixing to take down one of the local ursopods. A few sprat corpses would be helpful as bait. Gather some, and we'll make a trade. As much as I appreciate the compliment, such work is beneath someone of my skills. Accomplished hunters like me are well known to enlist aid from peons. If I wasn't so vigorously self-assured, I might find your lack of confidence. Their habitat stretches from inside the archive's entrance. Here's a fetching headpiece that ought to make it easier. Put it on, and they'll see you as one of their own. Like a fellow sprat of unusual size. Won't run away. Have at it now. I'll learn you all about self-sufficiency and survival yet.
So I will just refer to them as Auntie's choice going forward. Even though that may offend some of my more literal-minded colleagues. But I digress. The purple berry plant was at first thought to be poisonous, as the early colonists eating its berries died from the most potent of discharges this documentarian has ever witnessed, in a rare Auntie's Choice lab recording in our archive, which we acquired from a corporate defector to the Protectorate before our stellar system was sealed and the Order ceased daily interactions with our Protectorate allies. But again, I digress. Belated testing by Auntie's Choice's unlettered scientists showed that the berries were not poisonous at all. Instead, they were infected with a microscopic parasite, the purpleberry parasite, or PBP, as it is colloquially called in Auntie's Choice's records. More specifically, the PBP eggs are found in every berry of an infected plant, where these eggs have been subdermally injected by the second stage of the parasite. But I am getting ahead of myself. Let's examine the PBP life cycle in detail. After an infected berry is eaten by a host, the microscopic eggs inside the berries are exposed to the host's digestive enzymes, which trigger their hatching. These parasites enter their second stage as spiky, worm-like creatures with outsized, pincer-like mandibles, which then proceed to feed on the host directly, ingesting tissue and blood along the entire intestinal tract. These worms are eventually expelled when they reach a size of approximately 2 centimeters in length, and they then seek out nearby purpleberry plants to lay their eggs in the ripening purpleberries. And I should add that the plants are well fertilized in this entire process. Also, as the expelled contents contain undigested purpleberry seeds, the distribution of the plants is increased, helping infected purpleberry plants.
It's a brawl!
Unsurprisingly,
end this fight on my feet.
Mislabeled this case of obvious symbiosis, given how both the purpleberry plant and its parasite are benefited by the relationship as a parasitical relationship. Given that initial classification, Plotting Auntie's Choice field researchers discovered that co-native planetary fauna was well adapted to the parasite and hardly affected by it in a large amount. But human colonists were not so fortunate. A correspondingly large immune response leads to violently explosive diarrhea, resulting in the expelling of the worms, the berries, and most of the person's gastrointestinal tract. Human casualty rates were close to 100%. Even when reluctantly given medical attention to their doctors, who were more procedures or prescribing expensive ointments such as their antibiotics. A toxin which offers no benefit to the dying patient, except possibly smoothing away stubborn wrinkles, according to product literature. However, given the purpleberry's non-zero nutritional value and low growing costs, impatient Auntie's Choice administration officials directed their labs to find ways to remove the parasite from the berry. A variety of methods were tested and found effective, but they were all time-consuming and wasteful of the edible portion of the purpleberries, so these methods were deemed non-cost-effective and rejected out of hand. Eventually, the answer was found not in a lab, but in a history book. Specifically, a history text on Saltuna, a crossbreed of 2 different earth fish species called salmon and tuna, was found that contained a reference to anisakid nematodes.
Liquidate them!
With an estimated 70 to 90% of all salmon being infected by these parasites. More importantly, the text contained the solution to eradicating these parasites. Freezing. The simple and obvious, yet untried, act of freezing the salmon meat killed the embedded parasites. A quick test showed the same procedure worked on PBP
Energy capacitor out.
although
Energy
without
is up
quite
for grabs.
100% effectiveness. The remaining parasite eggs were not removed, a method that was judged too wasteful and expensive, since they increased the protein content of the berries without affecting their texture or flavor in any discernible way. The microscopic egg remains were simply too small to be seen or felt by the unaided eyes and tongues of their consumers, so Auntie's Choice administrators were satisfied with it. Purple berries are
Commander,
now a
throwing
common
energy your
nutritional
way.
and flavoring agent throughout the colony world. Mindless Auntie's Choice consumers especially purchase a large variety of purpleberry-themed foods and beverages, all of them mislabeled parasite-free. More accurately, the label should read live parasite-free. But in any case, Auntie's Choice once again demonstrated their contempt for their customers, for nature, and for any pretense of safety. Another reason this documentarian is grateful for our orders
Standing
fabricated
by.
nutritional foodstuffs. OA Archive transcription number 3918-4 ends here.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Graph's back in business.
Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now.
Did you get the sprats I need? So I might, bait the... Finally, give it here.
Suppose that beats auto-cannibalism.
Sorry you had to see that. The parcels of victuals my neighbor sends over the tube have fallen off recently. Barely eaten for days. Nature has an unforgiving nature. Sometimes you eat. Anyhow, suppose we had a deal. Here, I wrenched these parts free out of the Spyreton lift controls. Just jam them, drop back in again sometime, will you? Okay. Ah, nice of you to drop by. You're looking very, toothsome, if you don't mind me saying.
Traveling at the velocity of light through the vacuum of space on our primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless, the informed, sourced, peer-reviewed sound of scientism. No need to interrupt important academical activity. Please lend me your divided attention to acknowledge our facility on Cloister. None among you forget, we lost computational control of the archive to those unsophisticated Auntie's Choice lay people.
Both our forces and Antis await your command to proceed.
Both parties surely befall the...
Executing primary operation, now!
Calculations, we can once again set it to the worthy task of solving the universal equation.
In closing, a potentially incorrect invariably find a way to turn your negatives into positives.
Further beneficial content soon follows. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
Yeah.
Always dreamt of coming here.
Caduceus, not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
What was in those rations?
If you need to find alternatives, then negation is informative. If something is untrue, then it's subject to If X isn't even, if Y isn't prime, if C has no factors, then it's counterfactual time. If one event occurs and another is
I've been trying to calculate which is the worst disruptor. Unforeseen factors, random elements, or anomalous outliers. I suppose bad data is bad data, whatever the cost.
Field work without data collection is an idle time pass.
Feeling distracted. Invasive elements.
And now, constructual, compelling, yet categorically voracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
All fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
You may think this is a great old-fashioned cocktail, but haven't tasted the hardest old-fashioned. Now you can, with asymptote alcohol, consistently rated the best from the
Protectorate both count very little. The Order of the Ascendant counts.
Calcaduceus, not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
Melodies and become allergic to water this year.
When we first met, your eyes pierced mine like an ionic bond. I felt it in my nucleus, your obsession with jewels and thermodynamics set my heart ablaze. It felt so hypothalamic in our dynamic process. Temperature increased. It never remained constant. It was impossible to decrease. Caught in a catalyst.
Not again.
Joined in a synthesis of this fatal attraction.
The console provides the system abides.
Did we ever find a perfect calculation? Were we destined to a faulty form of passion? When we talked about the role of oxygen, you broke my heart when you countered that with phlogiston. In our dynamic process. The temperature.
Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now.
From chaos to decomposition of this fatal attraction. This fatal attraction. This fatal attraction.
Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh. Just a moment. Forgive me. I found myself irregularly indisposed from one direction or the other.
Don't envy you. Try and drink plenty.
So do I need assistance from someone with substandard, non-protectorate medical? I am the Archive's current operator. I still have trouble saying that.
Conspicuous dimensional disturbances. Please take additional
I suppose it is part ceremonial item. If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I would pass the Caduceus on to you in exchange for granting me safe passage. The Archive would then recognize you as its operator. It will no doubt earn me mental refreshment. All right. Here, you are now operator of the Archive. Is there a protectorate curativist in the house? I feel rather woogly.
Caduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Organizing replacement. Greetings, sentient. Welcome to the Archive. I am ENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calc. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister. I am not a person. Thus, I cannot become offended. My tone and demeanor are a carefully constructed complex emulation. My express programmatical purpose is to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure. To maximize the needs of our society. To attract the most...
Is it broken?
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. Concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of rift data. Similar in composition. Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities. But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harm? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year 6 to perform similar calculations of larger scale at current 25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour. Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. In order to improve calculatory processing of rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Anti's Choice operators. No. As stated, it is on account of the previous operator. I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the Archive and I may melt down later while... Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern. It is an archival area dedicated to safe upkeep of all the sum total of all our accumulated knowledge in punch card form, kept in a low temperature, low humidity environment to improve preservation. When active, the Archive generates an enormous amount of heat. Nor I can process the rift data without its yet, with thermal transfer presently idle. A contingent of crabbles have made... Who cares about a herd of pea-brained, ill-humored,
Our potential allies in the Order would not like that.
It is difficult to accurately ascribe an exact causal breakdown between premeditated sabotage. Some categorical overspill attempts by non-Order operators to reprogram my priorities have also led to issues. Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem. Have a profitable day! In lieu of my transactional mindset, I'm unsealed one of the display cases in the central entranceway. The Sears Cerebellum
Presenting research and inquiries analysis of our Arcadian cohabitators, specifically Anti's Choice, with a focus on humans. It is a straightforward thesis. A corporate transactional society inevitably suffers from dissatisfaction and fracturing among the population. For empirical evidence, Exhibit A, their product refinement center and chemical plant on Praetor, occupied early in the corporate incursion of that inhospitable Elysium moon, ostensibly to create sufficient essential materials. lubricants, additives, skincare products, to feed their war effort and appease the superficial wants of their citizenry. Every new consumable must represent a 110% improvement over the previous one, an insulting hyperbole of mathematics and a gross disappointment for their subjects. And yet both facilities produce more problems than products. The chemical plant is a cesspool of industrial waste, byproducts of Anti's haphazard production process. The product refinement center is plagued by disgruntlement. A splinter group has threatened a work stoppage over unfair treatment. Even basic biological functions, such as urination breaks, are transactionalized. Such inefficiency. Production is at a standstill, and rightly so. Only the negotiating expertise of the anomalous outlier resolve this stalemate. Production has resumed, yet the divisions in their society remain. Now that the workforce has achieved some leverage in bettering their fate, it is only a matter of time before they threaten work stoppage again. These issues are all symptoms of a larger plague: inefficiency. The corporatists claim their mission statement is the pursuit of self-betterment. In reality, cutthroat practices and slipshod production methods will only lead to further fracturing and unhappiness, predicted with a 49.7% certainty. Source references, footnotes, and appendices for this analysis will be provided upon request.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Continuing as predetermined. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
Kelvin, if truth be told. The very fact we found each other puzzles me.
Hold fire! This one looks friendly. Or not protectorate, at least. Watch yourself. You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape? Yet is an adverb that means up until now or through this time. That am changing, which brings us back to my original question, stranger. If the lifts are still locked, it's because the archive controls the surface lifts, which are the only... Now, for more than a month, we've all been trapped in these caves, Order and Antis alike, scrounging for food, huddling for warmth, and desperately trying to stay alive. You're what? How? The odds of you successfully doing what... Regardless, if we are to maximize your odds of success, you should at least let us share our intelligence. You'll want to speak with Provost Finch inside that building to the northeast. She has a better... Though I would be absolutely ecstatic to offer you any information I have that would increase the odds of your success. The paths down here all connect, so no matter what... Nevertheless, venture south and you'll reach the thermal transfer station, which regulates archive heat. In the loop between the two lay the lift controls. They'll be warned. They are... What else can I do to help you help us escape this frozen hell? Absolutely. There are several factors that will greatly reduce your... Also, near the thermal transfer station and directly south is a band of what had been normal folks, now turned bloodthirsty and feral due to an overindulgence in Auntie's choice Adrena time. No. A significant number of Auntie's troopers are trapped down here with us. Though despite odds so outrageous they'd barely be worth calculating, we've actually formed a truce. Though, if I'm being honest, I'd certainly sleep better if I wasn't unceasingly concerned about their perpetual capitalistic calculating. May the universal equation's final tally see us all escaping this frozen prison.
I can count on you, can count on me. Hear the golden ratio, geometric karma.
corporate drones and my academic cohort united in a common cause? My, but we are living in interesting times.
This melodious little ditty was dedicated to novice Gertrude Powell. Your nominate admirer has taken great interest in your figure work and projections.
And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
You're looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Practice, my aftermarket parts are prime.
Commander, throwing energy your way. Go for torpification.
Graphs tingling. All charged up.
Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges. Torpificator at ready status.
listening to Grand Plan Wireless, where transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. Auntie's Choice just suffered an involuntary 15% reduction in workforce, an unfortunate surprise to all personnel. Something that would never happen with the Order, where our predictions help guide our people's lives with peak efficiency, from cradle to grave. Stay tuned for what follows. And now, a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Liquidate him! Perhaps we're to go. Vital picking a much marginal, Commander. Medic, please! Thank you, dear. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized. My aftermarket parts are fried. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Sight unseen. Happy to... Discreet. Someone call for a medic. Would not refuse medical support. Commander, throwing energy your way. Commander, you're bleeding.
That song was considered a probabilistic certainty.
Let's get you healed. Out of sight and on the way. Someone call for a medic.
Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues?
Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 1, 1. Function F to the end. starting Zen, function Fn minus 1, plus the F minus 2.
Torpificator
In all
is charged.
places that we know, starting where N is so low. Now you know just what to do. Start the cycle, here's the cue. It's Fibonacci.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Largely summing to preceding numbers gives us a graph that brings us wonders. Define the recurrence relation. Get us to transformation. It's Fibonacci from Liber of Asi.
Look alive, Commander.
1, 2, 3, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5.
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
On the golden spire. And again, 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 13, 21, not 2, 34, we're counting through. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely.
Calcaduceus detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an anti-stress field manager is present and unaccounted for.
Time to earn my commission. Draft back in business. Lift me up. I do it for you.
9, 1. And so it's Fibonacci, a sequence. Define the Define the recurrence. It's Fibonacci from Liber of Asi.
Join the Order of the Ascendant and experience the beauty and elegance of the well-formulated plan. You'll never forget your first higher-order logarithmic differentiation. Keep put, much is left to come. Next up.
Back in business.
Well, the seers among you already know.
Thank you, dear.
It's a pro.
5, 3, 5, 8.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
3, 8, 4, 6, 2,
Draft
6.
all charged up.
3, 8, 3, 2, 7, 9, 5, 0, 2. 8, 8, 4, 1, 9, 7, 1, 6, 9, 3.
Let me handle this.
5, 1, 0, 5, 8, 2, 0, 9, 7, 4, 9.
Armed and ready.
How many digits in pi? How many
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
How many digits in pi? How many numbers am I?
Let me handle this.
Pump mechanism is dismissed. Any tools lying around?
How many numbers am I?
Liquid.
4, 5, 9, 2, 3, 0, 7, 8.
Looking a little woozy there, Commander. Commander, throwing energy your way. It's a throw.
How many digits in How many numbers am I? How many digits in
Yeah.
How many numbers am I? How many
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating.
Look alive, Commander. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs. Involving me is in everyone's best interest.
Eventual archive processing. I will keep you apprised of this situation as it unfolds. In the meantime, let this update serve as a reminder of the impeccable engineering that went into
Time to earn my commission.
That is all. Until next time, keep hail and mind your calculations. On parallel lines.
Content soon follows. Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper, something your fractions should never be.
Probability and the grand plan. There can be no discussion of the grand plan without also entertaining a deep...
Looks like it needs a fuse. A specific kind.
Our ability to predict events to varying degrees of certainty is fundamentally rooted in statistical mathematics. Statistics, at its heart, is not but data. Data that is gathered, collated, and subjected.
Looks like a fight.
But not in a way
Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
on heads or tails with a 1 in 2 chance. But are there really 2 outcomes? Is there not one specific outcome we can determine? Yes. With complete information,
Bad way to go.
there can be no chance. Only outcome. Complete information yields perfect prediction.
Schermerhorn, my new neighbor, is an odd fella. Fancies himself a man of the wilderness. He took the control board for the Spiraton lift, so I know he's tech savvy. Just not survival savvy. Hopefully he appreciates the care packages I sent through the vacuum tube. He'd be long gone without them.
Would it not be more efficient to simply go forward as if it had been flipped, and proceed with whatever action that flip was intended to choose? If so, what part of that choice was ever left to chance? The answer, of course, is none. Only when there is less than complete information are we reduced to chance. At present, we do not have complete information. Instead, we are still forced to deal in probabilities, expected values, and standard deviations, which lead to the dreaded sigma of probability distributions. By necessity, we are forced to estimate outcomes based on assumed distributions of sample populations. Such a travesty. No, not a travesty. Tragedy. A horror. A horror the Archive will help us avoid. Every bit of data collected, analyzed, and input by our
Reading that manual told me everything I needed to know about regulation of the Archive's temperature flow. Now my Crabbles are adapting to the warm waters. Such a pity that the Archive and the Crabbles cannot coexist in the same ecosystem. But the Crabbles need me. That babbling terminal can look after itself.
Accurate predictions which lead to tragedies. We must not guess. We must know. Help us know. Contribute any and all data you can collect to our proud archivists. And you too can say you contributed to the Archive.
Statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus. Attention order acolytes, perfection now exists in sandwich form. Our scienticians have created the perfect BLT sandwich. It is balanced, layered, and tasteful. You may cease your search for complete lunchtime fulfillment, for it has arrived. Are welcome from the Order of the Ascendant. Never forget, we will unlock humanity's true potential. In due course, in due time, each fulfilling our prescribed role within the grand plan. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
unveils the key to logic's asymmetry. How can that be? How can that be? Irrationality. One thing that you must profess. Irrationality is a part of our progress. How can that be? How can that be? Using part, another without.
Time to earn my commission.
Positive In this infinity, can it be a positive externality? The irrational
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not melt down. Please proceed to cold storage to re-enable punch card retrieval.
Traveling at the velocity of light through the vacuum of space on our primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless, the informed, sourced, peer-reviewed sound of scientism. For those of you away in the field or heads down in research during our last shared learning symposium, we offer the following rescreening of Vicar Magsaysay's presentation.
Welcome to Zeranium and you, the packaging of this crucial material. Though minute amounts were first discovered in the Beta Draconis system, Zeranium wasn't found in significant quantities until the terraforming of Cloister and Eden. Since it's become the principal power source for all recognized inhabitants of the system. But it's not without its dangers, and, lower risk, efficient utilization took place. Zeranium in its liquid state is volatile and explosive. In its gaseous form, it is toxiferous to organic material. But in its crystal state, it's practically putty in our hands. Not fully safe, of course. You wouldn't sprinkle Zeranium crystals on your nutrient bars. They won't kill you on immediate contact. Certainly more harvestable in our Zeranium manufacturing. Imagine years of jeopardous methodology, extraction, refinement, and processing, from the harvesting of liquid Zeranium to grinding up crystals for higher yields. Now, Zeranium powers everything. An outpost to craft and weaponry, comparatively safely, and at a greater input to output ratio than any other known form of fuel. So ends this missive.
And now, additional data and/or music determined to facilitate cognition. Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
You've gathered your data through observation. You're looking for variables with some relation. You've noticed a pattern, a pattern, a pattern. So you create an equation. So you create an equation. You formed a hypothesis, experimentation, new data, match your equations. Effect, follow, causation. Does it follow the causation?
Yeah, who are you kidding? If you ain't cutthroat enough to turn the big profits, you ain't cutthroat enough to try anything on me. Really? I don't care what you threaten me with. Not only am I smart for taking these supplies, but I'm following Auntie's laws. When scarcity begins closing its fist...
Is the perfect time for aggressive capitalists. Buy cheap, hold long, and sell high, and you'll maximize your profits. Don't quote Auntie's laws of dystopian disruption to me. I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine she meant to apply them when it is literally a matter of our life or death.
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
Damn it, Barnett.
Why are you yelling at me? It's not like that's my actual job.
I caught this one hoarding supplies, despite agreeing that there'd be better... Ever since the lifts locked down, this pile of sprat excrement has been sneaking off at night.
You're only mad you didn't think to do it first. The fact that I'm the most up-and-coming go-getter is what...
Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body into a vacuum tube, I'm taking all your stuff. I figured you'd see it my way. You may want to step back to keep the blood off your shoes.
But I'm living up to Auntie's principles. We all know we should deeply gouge to create future earnings. Don't be bitter just because I'm the one who actually did it.
I guess you chose to swindle the wrong tube tech.
It looks like a fight.
Well, thank you for your help. Or for letting me solve this. Honestly, I'm not sure who did the killing and who didn't. Sorry, of course it was you. I'm just... Well, there's no reason for me to stay here by myself.
You were just listening to next week's #1 hit. And now, more music to advanced calculations by...
There's no need complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary. Complexity is partially
You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify. You have tuned your receiver to Grand Plan Wireless. We verify before we amplify.
You too can reach the pinnacle of refreshment with Omega Point Tea. Available in standard and recaffeinated versions. A taste this transcendent can only be formulated by the Order of the Ascendant.
A statement with dual meaning. People who hate numbers do not count as much as the rest. Next up. Well, the seers among you already know.
Every one of my 14 occupationally honed threat detecting instincts is screaming for caution right now.
You gather your data through observation. You're looking for variables with some relation. You've noticed a pattern, a pattern, a pattern. So you create an equation.
This melodious little ditty was dedicated to novice Gertrude Powell. Your nominate admirer is taking great interest in your figure work and projections.
And now, more music to perform advanced calculations by.
Generating primes, techniques, and uses. Good day and welcome again to Advanced Abstract Algebraics, Section 4, Session 43. Please continue to enjoy the background music, which I have selected today based on its arithmetic-based harmonic progressions. My name is Edmund Vandersmooth, and I am the Senior Tenured Laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numismatics for the Order of the Ascendant. Today's lecture will focus on the generation of prime numbers, techniques, and uses thereof. I know. Prime numbers? Why so simplistic? Well, consider this a basic refresher course in remedial numismatics for those new to the Order. I will start by explaining what a prime number is, despite the fact that you should have learned that definition decades ago, while still in diapers. But no matter. I have been called many things, and repetitious is one of them. I have also been called redundant several times, and once I was called reiterative, if you can believe that. So, prime numbers. What are they? The simplest definition is this. Given the set of natural numbers greater than 1, let's call that set n2, then a prime is any number in the set n2 that is not itself a product of two other numbers in the set n2. A simple definition. Elegant, even. Uplifting. Almost ascendant, you could say, but not redundant. Side note, I am frequently asked why isn't 1 a prime number since nothing can divide it other than itself? And the answer is simple, you silly lay person. Because with such an inclusion to the definition of a prime number, then nothing else would be a prime number. And then what good are prime numbers? Wait, you ask, what good are prime numbers? Why would we want to find and use prime numbers? There are all kinds of abstract number theory applications, and that should and would be sufficient reason to want them. But there are also, how should I say, practical applications, such as maintaining the security of bits.
Armed and ready.
In fact, our archive uses prime
Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
Incorporates prime numbers.
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for
I
grabs.
was using prime numbers in the process of checking memory.
I need to ask for help, but
strive to become a there are several open questions in the area of prime number study. One such question is this. Is every sum of two primes? It seems to be so. But no one has ever proven it. Similarly, there are a number of prime pairs that differ by only 2 in their value. That seems unlikely, but we have been unable to find an upper limit. Perhaps you could discover one of these proofs and become the next Senior Laureate of the Tertiary Adjunct School of Numismatics for the Order of the Ascendant. Such a lofty, and dare I say, goal. Good disquisitions to you all, and good day.
Next, the latest field data validation details for near present and future calculations.
let me
Especially monitor your step when traversing between academical appointments. Do not read at If you must operate in or adjacent to said conspicuous dimensional disturbances, please take additional care. Eyes forward, noses out of academic journals.
In closing, a potentially incongruent word of advice. Invariably find a way to turn your negatives into positives.
Further beneficial content soon follows. This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
It means your proof is at
call for a medic. Out of sight and on the way. Let's get you healed.
Poder demonstrando. Hard to recall. Here's an easy acronym. QED. Quickly elucidate and demonstrate. QED. Get to the point and do not vacillate. You've checked your work and verified data. Send in your proof. Don't wait for later. You've crossed your
Look alive, Commander.
elucidate and demonstrate. QED. Do not vacillate.
Torpificator at ready status. Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
Raring to go.
Demonstrate. Get to the point and do not vacillate.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless. From transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music.
You seen my spare biomass converter anywhere? I could have swore I left it in the kitchen.
Oh, that green glowy thing? I was slightly experimenting on it. Turns out it produces a surprisingly pleasant smell when oxidized.
Uh-huh. Well, if you publish a thesis on that, I'd better get 65% of the profit.
Spend a lifetime poring over the math.
Looks like a fight!
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
The charismatic mathematician for giving us a metaphorical kick in the correct direction. You're anxious about what's happening.
My aftermarket parts are fried. Commander, you're bleeding. Sight unseen. Happy to help. Discreetly. Abstract on the way.
Ally has
Prove your
status
odds.
susceptible to danger. Corrosive substance penetrating exterior.
Impossible to decrease. Caught in a catalyst, leading to combustion. Join the analysis of flawless combination of this fatal attraction.
Time to earn my commission.
Commander, throwing energy your way. Medic, please.
Corrosive substance penetrating exterior.
It never remained constant. It was impossible to
Happy to help. Discreetly. Let's get you healed. Someone call for a medic.
leading to combustion. From chaos to decomposition of this fatal attraction. This fatal attraction. This fatal attraction.
Armed and ready. Back in business.
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized. Vitals are in the red, Commander. Reviving me is strategically optimal.
They trusted him too.
It's a pro!
Logging tragedy.
The passes are out. Get it while it's energized.
In our dynamic process, the temperature never remained constant. It was impossible.
Look alive, Commander. Commander, throwing energy your way. You've suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Next, the latest field data validating our forecasts and relevant informational details for near-present and future calculations. Truncated courtesies. I bear a dispatch of great noteworthiness. Our former Protectorate colleagues have
Processing
undergone a
anomalous
radical
data.
leadership shift.
Electrical deafener. Failing.
Submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly.
There you have it, an objectively momentous turn of Protectorate events, announced by the very individual we suspect orchestrated. Just a theory, but the data supports it. Rigorous analysis of the console's voice inflection reveals telltale signs of deception. We estimate with a 48% certainty that the Protectorate has undergone a certainly not unexpected given our knowledge of the Protectorate's societal structure and our own fraught relationship with Consul Emery Thoreau. Work groups of tenured seers in the Department of Predictive Analysis are calculating likely outcomes of these events. Expect addenda to this report as they develop.
So ends this missive.
And now, additional data and/or music determined to facilitate cognition. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
Do not worry when things become complicated. Studied and matriculated.
Consider self-preservation a priority.
Source of large complexity. Complexity is partially imaginary. No need for fear. The concept
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides. The first will enable identification.
These ones didn't die of exposure. It was rapid onset, this freezing. You think the Protectorate got a weapon that can do this?
Please do leave me in peace. There is nothing you could say that is interesting enough to interrupt my work.
No need for fear. The concept isn't very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there, what did you... Please, come talk to me. I must know what you did.
Categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and focus.
Please, I need to know how you access these machines. What did you press? Guards! Guards! Remove this gadabout immediately!
Time to earn my commission.
Hostile in proximity.
You get ready.
Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges. Vitals are go for
Help me to end this fight on my feet.
For our beneficent leader! Finishing my firearm! Attacking selflessly without a cut above the average.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler. Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences. A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is imperfect when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Yeah! Preserve set point. Save the system.
As determined, you're listening to Grand Plan Wireless, where transpiring events, philosophical profundities, informed insight into the future, also music. No need to squander cogitation on a lengthy preamble for this installment of Ask a Vicar, especially with today's proverbial doozy of a query. A listener asks, I ain't got time to suss out the difference between the grand plan and the universal equation. Now let's turn to Vicar Magsai for the answer.
First, based on the vernacular of that question, and it's not even a question, I shall assume the inquirer is no academic. Indeed, I theorize they're from Auntie's Choice. No doubt a cast-off from their consumeristic society, what they might call a rival. To this listener, I say,
to ensure they are operating at
we
peak
Vickers are always
efficiency.
glad something takes the ultimate, and to maximize comprehension of our new corporate friend, I shall present my answers using as few syllables as possible. Lingua franca of Auntie's Choice. Product placement. I've just upended a box
All
of
it
Purple
took
Berry
was some
Crunch
light
across my work
instruction
desk.
and a
It's one of
restorative
Auntie's
cocktail
Choice's
to a
more
brain
trouble ahead. Addictively edible even. Difficult to consume just one.
What in the sovereign's name? How did you get in here? Don't worry. I won't cause trouble. Just please don't hurt me.
Sovereign, forgive me. All I saw was an endless sea of snarling.
The matter beneath the mess. Every artificially flavored berry on my desk did not settle in space by happenstance. It was positioned by atomical electrodynamics, by momentum, by the mass attraction of neighboring berries, the disk surface beneath them, a planetary object beneath the desk. The berries' bounce followed a predetermined order, no different from the spill of stellar material known as the Milky Way. We call this order the Grand Plan. Do we know every step of it? No. But we know it is knowable. Just a matter of calculating the motion of every particle in the universe. That calculation is the universal equation. Once we solve it, and it's only a matter of time, we will know all that ever was or will ever be. Not only will we predict reality, but control it. We will ascend to godhood.
What happens next may surprise you, but not us.
We've got company, Commander. Be on friendly time.
Liquidate them!
Hey!
Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander.
Would be a damn sight easier if we could just blast them.
Standing by to stupefy.
Contact reestablished!
If something's not
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
data missing inside your data. Find alternatives. Then negation and it's subject to review.
Look alive, Commander.
Let's get you healed! To the rescue! Sight unseen! Someone call for a medic.
If one event occurs and
extraction initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted.
Repugnant and spongers. Go through them if necessary.
Hostile ahead. What did you call that?
No getting again.
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Questions for our youth adjacent layperson. In our trilogy of queries, I am currently working as a statistical analyzer, but I feel
Back in business.
Reviving me is in everyone's best interests.
Of course, you already know how to circumvent.
Thank you, dear.
Second query, should I have offspring?
Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges.
2.3 offspring per couple. Calculate the sum and the first 5 couples that live to your left. And add to it the sum of the children in the first 5 couples. You should not have another child. If the sum is exactly 23, you should move to a new neighborhood. Next query.
Final question for the vicar. Do these pantaloons make my posterior look overly substantial?
No, those pantaloons do not appear as a term in the antecedent of that
tingling.
statement.
All
Instead,
charged up.
This popular number has been conclusively proven to promote cognitive function.
Yeah.
Trust the plan. Reserve set for
Commander, throwing energy your way.
data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Yeah.
A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is in symmetry. Preserve set progress. Sustain the system. Serve the sovereign.
We hope you enjoyed that melody, while contemporaneously wishing you did not find its tempo, chord progression, form, and/or meter overly distracting.
Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, don't we need to send the data brick back up to the archive?
Love does not compute. The variables seem infinite. Love does not compute. It's both clear and ambivalent. Love does not compute. If all matter has mass, and cause exerts attraction, could I bear love's weight and measure, or be crushed beneath abstraction? Can I calculate truth or assumption? Where does love fit in a constant function? Love does not compute.
Convenient. Let's head over.
Got somebody? Just
Let me handle this.
Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Location ascertained.
Colleagues, we are living in astounding and increasingly dangerous. One may look no further than the rift intensification event. It is no great leap to hypothesize the rifts present an extinction threat. How fascinating. And worth noting how our
Paradigm predicted.
view this energetic phenomenon. The inclusive workers of Anti's choice
They manufacture replenishing my firearms.
Forever vigilant.
Someone figures out
Worry
cognitive feat to deduce that someone is
His gaze sees all.
There you are. Changing magazines efficiently and in short order.
Come on out.
So we might need to ask for help, but help?
Their vaunted paradigm.
Lollygag somewhere I am.
This is not idle speculation.
And not to have ever been greatly fond of lurking.
Commander, medic sword. Reload.
Reconfiguration.
Out of sight and on the way. Happy to help. Discreetly. Someone call for a medic.
Research, given their lack of any staff academically lettered and duly accredited.
Anyone else? Hear a medic?
And yet we should not dismiss
Back in
their
business.
clumsy attempts outright. Even a stopped chronometer is accurate plus in a daily cycle. Perhaps their efforts were not fraught with error. We have observed reports that a familiar yet regrettably anomalous outlier has liberated a device from the lab capable of controlling and minimalizing the rift threat. If these reports verify, the outlier's next steps bear close scrutiny. A rift-stabilizing device would be most valuable in solving the universal equation. In the interim, you may reliably rely on these airwaves to deliver relevant and well-sourced information about the rift situation.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Continuing as predetermined. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3
There, the storage brick is on its way.
allergic to water this year.
All it took was some light instruction and a restorative cocktail to erase my imperfections. Craftsmanship here.
Junior Seer Amaryllis awaits you inside.
You are a necessary part of the plan.
Cold storage is operational. In your effort, I am unsealing access to the archive's upper levels. There.
Punch processing may require the services of an exterminator.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway.
The following song mentions some actions.
Where next? Punch card processing or the reactor?